Most underrated 49er. Who's the guy that is super underrated that nobody talks about that needs some love? And you would think on a team with this many high-profile guys that we'd have a hard time finding a guy, but there are several.
Oh, I mean, the fact that Dre Greenlaw wasn't even a Pro Bowl alternate. But like, Niner fans know.
Yeah,
Niner fans don't underrate Dre Greenlaw.
Right.
Ray? It's like he never had a role in the offense because they have so many stars, but now Debo's out, and it's like he's out doing Debo, like, kind of. And he's a hell of a returner, and he was a Pro Bowl alternate. Like, I guess he's not. I guess his peers respect him, but I don't think Niner fans really understand how well he's playing. Ray. I would say Jawan, but he had that bad drop the last week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Jawan, but
there's a number of them, but I would say it's the Niners' second team D-line. T.Y. McGill, Charles Omenihu, Jordan Willis, Drake Jackson.
Jordan Willis, hell yeah.
Kevin Givens and Kerry Hyder. I mean, to me, T.Y. McGill, I could not believe how well T.Y. McGill played against Washington. Couldn't believe it.
I know. It's a thing, like, not to – everyone talks about Javon Kinlaw because he's a first-round pick. Hey, man, T.Y. McGill, just because he wasn't a first-round pick doesn't mean that he's not good. He might be a future starter for them. He's good.
I think I would probably have to –
He's strong. He's quick. He's smart.
One guy that no one really talks about, and he's just kind of having like a really nice year, and he's played all year, is Gibson.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That's a good call. It's a good call. I like that. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Grant. Do you think now, after watching Gibson and Hufanga, guys who lack coverage ability and speed but have ball skills, and then we watched, Jaquiski Tart, who did have pretty good physical ability, but he lacked ball skills, didn't come away with picks. Would you rather have a safeties that have the ball skills but lack some coverage ability? Would you rather have the athlete who can mirror the receivers up and down the field, but when the ball's in the air, he's not going to catch it?
It's a really good question. I think it depends on your pass rush and your front seven. If you're the kind of team that has to cover for a long time because your pass rush isn't getting there, you need safeties who can cover. But if you're the team like the Niners who have this great pass rush and teams are freaked out and they're trying to throw quick, I think what you want is guys who can intercept errant throws, intercept tip passes. I think Gibson and Hufanga are exposed the longer the play goes. If they have to match up man-to-man and cover people down the field, they're exposed. But how often does it happen on this team? So I think those two are very good fits for this team.
We got a vote here for George Odom, who's just been a revelation on special teams. We got a couple people in the chat saying Aziz. I think Aziz could be a Pro Bowl linebacker, but he just doesn't play enough on this team. And with a team when you have Warner and Greenlaw is not even getting the love, Aziz isn't. I think that's a good answer. Aziz is super underrated.
Yeah. And when you talk about the secondary and the things that worry you, I forget who just said the second reaction stuff. There's no one really in the NFC they have to worry about with that except for the Eagles. Definitely a little worried about the Eagles. Just that AJ Brown's a freak and Devontae Smith and all. Those guys get open deep down the field. But I was going to say, like, the secondary, if you look at like PFF, not that PFF is the be all end all, but like if you sort by tackling, the tackling grade, the two highest graded tacklers on the field or on the Niners are Gibson and Ward. And it kind of feels like that. Like, they're incredible when it comes to run defense, and everyone tackles on the Niners. And it's really important that their secondary tackles. However, if you look at their coverage grades, not quite as good. So I mean, but it's not going to bite them probably until they get to the Super Bowl and they have to face a Mahomes or an Allen or whatever. Maybe they get lucky, honestly.
Well, they got to keep those guys hemmed in a little bit and not get them those off-schedule plays to expose their secondary. Easier said than done. Isaac says George Odom, $2 is his underrated guy. Super chat. That Niner guy says $10. Most underrated punter is punter Mitch Wishnowsky. T.Y. McGill, hell of a game last week. George Odom on special teams is blowing stuff up in the coverage game. Brunskill playing well in a role too. He says McGlinchey as well. Just kidding. He's trying to poke Grant. BC4 says $2. Kittle likes Jimmy G so much because they're lovers. Oh, okay. There you go. Who knew?